Good Sunday morning, Village. It's so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. We are here for the Tarot Topics newsletter recap. I try to do this every Sunday morning. Doesn't always happen because weekends get busy. But here's the thing. Tarot Topics comes into your inbox every Wednesday. If you do not subscribe, or if you want to read it online, there's a link right in the description. Different topic every week. That's why we call it Tarot Topics. And so then we come on here, usually on Sunday when I can, to talk about what the topic was and to do readings. So this was a weird topic. Today you can ask questions about anything at all. But let me explain my topic to you. It was really sort of in honor of two things. February being the month of Valentine's Day. Catch us for our class on reading tarot for relationships this Wednesday. But also today, this being the week of the big game. So here's something I've noticed. When we love something, we become very critical of it. How did I notice this? So it wasn't about people first. It was about fandoms. Many of you know, like, I'm a big fan. When I like something, I like it a lot. I'm a fan of the Grateful Dead, Jethro Tull, Taylor Swift, Star Trek, you name it. I'm a fan of a lot of things. So Taylor Swift's album came out in October, and Swifties hated it. Not all Swifties, obviously, but there was a lot of ire about this album. Took note. Then the highly anticipated, at least by me, Starfleet Academy Star Trek series started. I immediately joined the social media groups to discuss the show. And everyone in there is a whiny little bee complaining about how the show isn't good. So I noticed this. And then I thought about it in terms of the big game, how if your team doesn't win, you are not going to be happy with your team, even though you love them. And then I thought about, what does this mean for us in our relationships? And I realized we do the same thing. Parents can be overly critical of their children. In love relationships, we are overly critical of one another. Like somehow, the more that we love someone or something, we feel like we have the right to be critical of it. What's that about? I don't know. My goal in writing this was simply to point this out and to suggest that maybe if we find ourselves being overly critical of the people we love, maybe we should also raise the bar on compassion. So that's what I was thinking when I wrote this, but we can ask questions on anything at all. So I am multi-streaming. Wherever you are seeing this, you can get a general reading. You can ask any question at all. If you want to ask about love or being critical or people being critical, that's on topic, but totally up to you. Go ahead and get those questions in. Chini's like, realizing that my question isn't exactly on topic, but I liked the newsletter. It's all good. It's all good. Whatever you want to ask about, go ahead and ask about. We are using Modern Witch Tarot today. Can't go wrong. All right. And if anyone has any thoughts on my posit, that as soon as we're the fan of someone or something, we feel we have the right to criticize it, feel free to share. Okay. I am going to start. Let's see. Over on Twitch, Dream It Possible, good to see you. Do you have a question? L.A. Lar, I see you. How will my husband and I's day going at the event? How will the day be at the event for you and your husband? Let's take a look and see. I feel like the two of you I think you can have a lot of fun, first of all. I think you can have a lot of fun. But I also think you kind of need to be clear on the agenda because you each may have ideas of what we're going to be doing or how it's going to be. So make sure you compare notes on expectation, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. Over on Instagram, Panini Kalua. We know who that is. That's Nalini Kalu. Okay. My 45th birthday will be on Thursday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Fabulous. Okay. Will I be able to move? Can I get guidance on where, what, and how? Or even if I really will be able to move out of the area? Okay. Okay, so happy birthday, first of all. And I just pulled a card for your birthday, which I think also goes along with the question. And it really is about managing resources, time, money, energy, all of that. So moving out of the area, I think is something you want to do, and I think it's something you can do. I think it's going to require some strategy and probably some continued healing. Your biggest challenge is going to be how expensive housing is. That's going to be the biggest issue. And in terms of money making, which goes along with that issue, I really feel like you can figure this out. And here's the thing. We know that in the past, you have been an incredibly creative, scrappy, hardworking person. And now you are still all of that, but I don't think you're turning that attention where it could go. So the answer is, yeah, you can. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's doable. Aparna, thanks for subscribing. Over on Facebook, Lauren Quattrano, haven't spoken with you in a while. I hope you're doing really well. Thanks for liking the stream, and thanks for being here. What is the message for this coming year? You got it. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. You know, the message is that you have to keep your mind open. Open, that's the word. Keep your mind open. Keep your mind open to possibilities and be willing to do hard things that will give you good rewards. Do not be afraid of greater education. You might go back to school. Do not be afraid to show yourself, your integrity, your tenacity. Do not be afraid to see those things in yourself and show them to others. Aparna, it sure can be. You can ask any question at all. Lauren, please give my love to your family. All right. Over we go to YouTube. Smile Soul 20. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. We appreciate you. What do my ancestors want me to know? They want you to know if there are things the ancestors want you to know if there are things that you are unsettled with or not at peace with, that you can take steps to fix it. You can take steps to fix it. Feel like you have agency and you can be proactive. All right. Over on Facebook, Dana, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Can't ignore the modern witch. What is her message? All right, you got it. Here we go, Dana. All right. The tower is burning. People are jumping out of it, but guess what? It's reversed. I know, because I follow you. You've received some not great news recently, and I recognize it's discouraging. The thing is, there is still reason to be hopeful. There is still reason to be present. And there is still reason to think that there can be good days ahead. we're grateful for this reversal. That's what I'm going to tell you. All right. Vanna Not White over on Twitch. Last week, the two concierges at my apartment asked why I don't make YouTube videos anymore and admitted they looked me up. I hide that part of my life, so I felt deeply violating that they even looked me up. There was no indication I did online stuff. Am I able to see what their intentions are? Their intentions are to be supportive. And my guess is they didn't look you up. You know, we all watch YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. And my guess is one of them happened to see you as they were scrolling and recognized you, showed it to the others, and, you know, it's all about supporting you. So I don't think you need to take it as anything other than support for what you're doing. All right. Let me just scroll back here real quickly and Dream It Possible over on Twitch. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. What is my message for the year? I love that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Dream It Possible on Twitch. Your message for the year is there must be a balance between enjoying now and planning for the future. You must be able to balance that. You have to be able to enjoy what you're doing right now, but you also have to be able to have an eye on the future. Heather, thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you over on YouTube. Thanks for being here. So thank you, Heather, for commenting on the newsletter. Here it is. I wonder if when we love people, etc., we become more invested in our belief of who they are. There it is. There it is. That resonates so hard for me. We become more invested in our belief of who they are rather than seeing their choices and what they are choosing. I had not thought about it quite like this before. Neither had I. Thank you. Thank you. I think that is the missing piece for me. Thank you. All right. Back over to YouTube we go. Claire C. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. What do I need to know about the insurance case I have? Is it an auto insurance situation? I feel like you need to be patient. It will take a long time, but I feel like it's moving forward as it needs to be. I think you might be concerned, but I think in the long run, it's going to be just fine. I think it's moving forward. Claire, it is an auto. Right. See, how did we know it was auto? Chariot reversed. So yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's just taking time. Dana over on Facebook. Gosh, those cards look devastating. The reversal makes it so much better. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's as okay as it can be, right? All right. So Claire, what you need to know is it's taking forever, but I think it'll be good. Jeannie, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Okay. Moving forward in spite of obstacles and frustrations with groups and grants. People keep shifting, coming in and out. 2 or 3 possible grants have surfaced. Very interesting. For an emerging project, in spite of it all. The Markham Denham Fund and the New England Grassroots Environmental Fund. What are the chances of the project coming through with funding? Cool. Not 100%, my friend. Be prepared. It's possible. It's possible, but be prepared either way. Either way. I think it's definitely worth doing. And I'm going to say this too. In the effort to create these grants, there will be community building that you do that will serve you whether or not you get the grant. All right, cool. Oh, back to the newsletter conversation. Barbie Bird. Going back to what Heather was saying, Barbie Bird says, and thank you for being a member, Barbie. Nailed it. It's almost like falling in love with someone's perceived potential, the thing you believe in but never comes to fruition. So you get critical, but it was never their fault. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. Eric's Cola, so nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. You can ask anything you want today, and you will be in the queue. All right, up next, we have Divyan Shamishra. What do I need to know regarding my career as I'm doing my PhD as well as preparing for a competitive government exam? Okay, so regarding the PhD, I mean, it takes a lot of time and energy, but I think you're on it, and I think you will get your PhD. And regarding the government exam, that's harder, but I think you'll get that too. Like, I think you are equal to all of these tasks, and all of these tasks are going to move you forward. What you need to know is that none of this is easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. None of this is easy, but you're doing a great job, and I think you're going to be successful. Let's go on over to Instagram for a moment. Okay, where we see Amy Emberhart. So good to see you. What do you see for my daughter and I with a move we are considering in October? Let's take a look. I think it's right now not a plan. It's not a plan. But it could become a plan. And if it were to be a plan, I think it would be difficult, but it might be worth it. It might be worth it. This might actually turn out to be a good plan. It feels overwhelming. It feels hard, but it might work. Okay. El Kolakova over on Instagram. Will I be with my beloved on Valentine's Day? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So I think you may need to be willing to celebrate whenever you can. You may not be able to celebrate on that day. Oh, Dream It Possible. I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, we will be planning a lot of craft stuff and traveling this year. Want to come be a vendor at StaarCon 6? I don't even know what kind of crafts you do. Would they go along with this crowd? If they would, come vend at StaarCon. We'd love to see you. All right. Up next, we have Caroline McLaughlin. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years and for using members-only emojis. Great newsletter. May I please have a reading on this week's topic? Okay, so ways that people who love you have been overly critical with you, it has happened. And I think it happened more when you were young. And I think it caused you not to trust yourself. Ways that you can be overly critical with those you love. I think you have gotten better at this. I think there have been times where you have felt like you don't want to put out a lot of energy for people who are not putting out a lot of energy for themselves. But I actually think that's fair. Like, I think that's fine. So I think you're pretty balanced in terms of how you deal with those you love. All right. Up next, I see Jenna Perkins. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for using members-only emojis. A reading on my love life. I feel like there can be a lot of mutual respect and mutual help, but I also feel that there are times when you do not. I feel like right now your needs are not necessarily being met. And I am believing there is a current relationship. I might be wrong about that, but I am believing that. And I feel like there needs to be some communication and refocusing. Let me know what you think. V365, so nice to see you on Twitch. Thanks for being here. You can ask anything you want today. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years and for using members only emojis. Thank you for this week's newsletter. Loved it. May I please get a reading for this topic? Certainly. So here's the thing. You grew up with a huge amount of criticism disguised as love. And there were factors beyond love, because of religion, right? And I think, that's something we did not discuss in the newsletter and have not yet discussed here. But I think high control religion can also bring in that energy. So I feel like and we know this, you've had to do a lot of deconstructing, not just about what you believe about the world or higher power, but about what you believe about yourself. And now I think you are really working, like the blueprint that you had to use, or the blueprint that was used on you in terms of how you were treated with love. It's got to be different now, and how you treat others, it can't be the same way. So you've had to really shift how you interact with people you love. And you're still in that process. And it's a hard process, but you're doing it. All right, over on Twitch, V365 gave an interview today for a company. Good. Will I get in? Ouch. Do not be surprised if you don't. I wouldn't say this is definitely a negative, but it could be. So I would not plan on it, but you never know. All right. Let me just keep going here. All right. Who do I see next? It's Vaishali. Okay, so the people who love you, I think, have been critical of you, but also protective of you. I think that for you, you see a lot. Like, you are very observational, right? You have good powers of observation. And I think for you, when you see something, it's very easy for you to say something, and sometimes it feels critical to others. I think this has been an issue for you in relationships, that people feel criticized by you when you're not meaning to be critical. So that's a thing to think about. Liz Harrison, appreciate the validation. I feel that is exactly what I've been doing, and it's difficult and hard, but feels necessary. Yeah, 100%. Shanna Perkins, thank you for your feedback. Thanks, Christiana. We have been in a relationship going on 12 years. That's what I thought. We are like best friends. I think both of us could communicate better with our emotions. We have a very strong bond. Yeah, that's that Six of Pentacles for sure. Barbie Bird, you're second guessing your question. Okay, when I get to you, I will take a look. And I see your comment here too, Barbie Bird. The newsletter was so good. Just wanted to say so before I ask anything. Learning to deconstruct criticism from love is tough for a lot of people. Acceptance is important. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Eric, you are in the queue. All right, who comes next? It is Von Ray. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. May I have a card on the topic? Of course. Of course. So, honestly, I feel like the household you were growing up in, perfection was demanded. And I'm not sure it came from love necessarily, but it came from the people who should have been treating you with love. And so I feel like you didn't get a pass for many things. And that makes it hard now for you to give yourself a pass. That's what I think we're working on here. Okay. Nikki, good to see you. What did this person feel after meeting me today? I don't think this person entirely trusts you. I don't see this going forward. I can be wrong, but I don't see it going forward. Okay. Helen 895, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I miss the country I grew up in, Germany. What can I do to be happier? I have a job and a home here where I live. So it's about being happy and blooming where you're planted, which is not easy to do because, not every place is the same as another. But I think it is in your best interest to learn to be happy where you are for now. And maybe that's the first thing. You don't have to do this forever. You don't have to stay here forever. It's just for now. That may help. Number one. Number two, I think there has been a focus on everything that's different and things that you don't like or don't prefer. Start looking for what you do like and start trying new things. And I think there's a part of you that is almost afraid that if you grow to like it too much, it's like you're cheating on your mother country. I promise you there is room in your heart to love more than one place. All right. Okay. I am Ruhal. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. This is I am Rahul. Glad you're here. The question is, what's for me? Let's find out. Ooh, too much is for you, my friend. Either you're taking on too much or you're doing, I feel like either in your actions, activity, or thinking, you are attached to some things that are not helping you. So what's for you is really kind of what you might need to get rid of or what you might need to change. It's all about balance. What is for you is balance. That's what you're looking for. Barbie Bird, I missed you? No, I'm not seeing you. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I see you. I see you. I'm sorry, Barbie. Okay, so you're here. I'm here. I'm going to evaluate your question and decide if I want to do it or if I can come or if I should come up with a different question since you have given me permission to do such. Okay, here it is. Barbie, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. A question on love, I guess. I'm just curious if I'm looking for someone older than me. Any insight? Or is it just a maturity factor I'm after? But they have to be silly too. Oh, I like this. I'm down for this. I think we should do this. I don't, honestly, I think it should be within your age. Like it could be up to 4 years younger, up to 7 years older, but somewhere right around your age range, no huge age gap. That's one. Two, yes, they have to be mature and silly at the same time. And that is the only combination that works because when the, you know what, hits the fan, you need someone who's going to laugh with you at the absurdity of chaos. So yeah, I don't think age matters, Barbie. I think you just said it. You're looking for maturity and a good sense of humor and an ability like that silliness is, we're not inhibited. Like we don't want too many inhibitions. Right? And Barbie's like, who is this man and where do I find him? I know, but you will. That's the point. You will. You will. What do you need to do in order to? Just be able to see it and know it's possible, and be willing to meet a lot of people. Be willing to meet a lot of people. And like, I think you should go on a metric F ton of first dates. Good luck. Okay. And baby cakes, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm looking for your question. I bet it's coming up. Okay. Okay, and just before I get there, baby cakes, I need to order one like that too. Yeah, it's the only kind to have, really. Oh, but just some feedback from Barbie. I did the age gap thing before, so this is reassuring. I'm going to do speed dating soon. Yeah, I think you should. I think that's right. All right. Aparna, I think you're next. Here we go. Thanks for your patience. Can you tell me what's coming toward me in career? Let's take a look. Give me just 1 second here. Okay. What's coming towards you in career? I think you have to go for what you want. I think that if you wait for something to come towards you, it's going to miss you. So you have to decide what you want in career, and you need to go for it. That's the bottom line here. Good luck. Marjorie, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Today you can ask any question at all. Okay. Divinity in Motion. So good to see you. Can I get a few cards, please? Yeah. So here's the thing. The thing you need to ask yourself is, where are you satisfied? Where are you not satisfied? And where you're not satisfied, what would satisfy you? And what can you do to make that happen? It is time for you to sort of recognize that your happiness and satisfaction matters. And it's okay to say to the universe, thank you, I like this, more please. Okay, Lena, good to see you. A love reading for the next 4 months. Okay. So I don't know what your current situation is, but I'm kind of assuming, you're single. If that's not the case, please let me know. And honestly, I see you as having a lot of integrity. And so one way or the other, whether you're single, seeing someone, talking to someone, I don't know, I am seeing something really good in love. And the thing is, I am seeing something really good in love, which means if there's someone around you who's like, don't settle, because I'm seeing something really good. That's the bottom line. Hey, Sharon McGinley over on Facebook. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. Sharon McGinley. A few cards. Well, Sharon, there is so much here that is good. We've got healing, hope, satisfaction, stability, and love. Like, your cards are so good today, Sharon. So basically, I don't know if this is how you're feeling about your life right now, but if you're not, this is a sign that improvement is coming. If you are, this is a sign to look at what's good and be grateful for it in order to increase it. Good luck. Now, Barbie Bird and Baby Cakes are plotting and scheming up over here about some tarot magic for love. I think we could probably cover that. Someone sent me a note to remind me, but we could probably cover that in Wednesday night's class, to be honest. All right. And let's see. Okay, good. I think I know where I am here. I am coming to Eric Scola. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. When will I meet my soulmate? Are there any girls who like me? I think there are a few that may have some interest, but I think for you, I think it's hard for you to read the room. It's hard for you to know who might be interested. And I think it's also hard to know how to approach someone in a way where you won't be seen as creepy and it won't be awkward. I feel like for you, it would be good to increase those skills, to talk to more people, to meet more people, because there are people who like you and you are a very likable person. And the thing is, even once you meet a person who feels like a good fit for you, you still have to work every day to make that continue to work. I think you have the ability to do it, and I think you're going to get your chance for it sooner rather than later. So keep your eyes open. Trey Cameron, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. A reading on this topic for me. You know, I think you have been lucky to have some supportive people in your life who have been compassionate with you. You've obviously had people who have been critical as well, but I do think that like you have had a baseline of compassion that has been really good. I think for you, when you are dealing with people, you will give them compassion to a point. Past a certain point, they need to go. And I think that works. I think that absolutely works. Baby Cakes, here's your question. Thanks for being a member. What do my spirit guides have to say about my current life? Am I on track? Will I be able to find a night position or positions this year? Regards from Frozen, Connecticut. Please send higher temps. Yes, seriously. Okay. I think the most important point, Baby Cakes, and it has to do with this week's newsletter topic. You, I think, came from a household that was very demanding, very critical, and very difficult. And I think you have learned or are learning to heal and put closure from that. And as you do, Baby Cakes, you are definitely on the right track. This is going to help you go where you want to go, find what you need to find in all things, at work, in life, in love, in all things. That's the key. Okay. Continuing on. Theranaya, so great to see you. Oh my goodness. Theranaya, you're up next. Miami Esoterica, good to see you. Will, are you joining us for StaarCon in October? We would love to see you. It's Will from Miami. No questions, just being a fly on the wall and learning. Well, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you at StaarCon. Okay, Theranaya, thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. So I think as you were growing up, you were not always sure if you were approved of or not. I think there was a certain amount of criticism that you did not understand, and that may have made it difficult. I think now you are healing and learning to have better esteem for yourself. And also, I think in relationships, learning how to choose relationships that are based on compassion rather than criticism. All right. And Marjorie Stevens, welcome, welcome. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. Can I get a few cards, please? Career, money? Sure. Sure. So, you know, you're smart and you have good leadership skills, but you're not happy with where you are and what you're doing. I'm pretty sure. The thing is, I see improvement. How does that improvement happen? You're going to have to stretch. It may be about learning new skills. It may be about taking on something new. It may be about starting a side hustle. But one way or the other, it's time to jump out and stretch out in order to grow. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Okay. Daytime Moon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here on Twitch. Glad you're here. Does my mom have a message for me today, particularly in regarding to the newsletter topic? What your mom seems to say is she was always honest with you, but that honesty may not have come out as loving as she meant it to. And she wants you to remember and know only the messages of love. Marjorie, you are very welcome. All right, let's continue on. Teresa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. I've been talking more with the same guy and I'm still interested, but leaving the reaching out up to him. Wise. How does he feel about me and does he see future potential? I feel like there is. And thanks for using members only emojis. I think he's nervous, but I think he's nervous because he does see future potential and that's life-changing, and life changes are hard. The thing is, he may not have the courage. So what I'm going to say here is be careful. Do not get too attached. Definitely leave it up to him. And definitely in your mind, be open to other people, because if he does not claim this, let someone else. I agree that there's something here, but I don't know that he's going to have the ability to go the distance. Oh, baby cakes. Thank you. Definitely on a healing path. Perfect, perfect. Suspicious username. So nice to see you over on Twitch. Thanks for being here. Daytime Moon, you are very welcome. Suspicious username, you can ask anything you want today. All right, Diane Ravel, good to see you. What is coming toward me in finances? Is it going to get better? Be careful. You have people around you who could make it worse. I think you're going to be okay here. But be careful about others who want you to do things for them. Time, money, energy you can't afford. I do think that you're going to have to work to make it get better. It will not get better on its own, but I think you can do that. Suspicious username. Very good. How is my love interest, Senora Aries, feeling toward me? Finds you attractive? Not sure he's up for the work of a relationship. Good luck. Teresa, that makes perfect sense. May not have the courage. Sorry. Millie, good to see you. Are there any unspoken vibes between me and Chris? I think so. I'm not sure that they ever will be spoken, but they're there. Yeah, suspicious username. Protect your own energy. It's hard when you have a good heart and when you gave up your own boundaries in order to be loved. Yeah, that is hard. That is hard. Eric, technically no, but go ahead. Heather, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. I want to ask a question, but nothing seems to be surfacing. I guess I just want to belong here today. If you could pull a card, I'd appreciate it. Certainly. Thanks for using members only emojis. So Heather, your journey, like here it is. Here is your whole journey about the topic where you are just learning you've certainly had love in your life all your life, but some of the love you had in your life had some really difficult and unhealthy hooks attached to it. And you are just learning how to operate, how to have love that doesn't have those nasty hooks, how to have boundaries. You're just learning all of this, and it's a beautiful thing, as you can see. Okay. Manander, I may be pronouncing your name wrong, and I'm so sorry if I am. Would you be able to do a reading for me about my upcoming move to another country from my birth country? Good to see you. I'll just do it right here. So here's the thing. I think you can absolutely do this. I wonder if it's going to involve education. It may involve education. It may involve a job. There are specific things you're going to have in place to make this work. I do think this is a very good thing. I do think it's a little scary, as it always is, but I think this is really going to serve you and you're going to be happy. Okay. And just a follow up from Eric about one girl. Does she like me? I think she's a little open-minded. Yeah, I think she's worth talking to. You're very welcome. I think you should gently speak with her. Mrs. O, great to see you. Let me know if you have a question for today. And with that, let's see. Where are we? I almost feel like we might be. Oh, here we go. Donna DiStefano, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. A Valentine's reading. So a Valentine's reading is always about love. But the thing is, I think you have to love yourself more. Like, that's the thing. You have to be clear on what is really true and walk away from people who claim to love you but don't treat you well. Good luck. Good luck. And if that means walking away, like literally, or at least getting emotional distance, one way or the other, good luck. Okay. All right. I think we have come to last call. So get those questions in. Mrs. O, I see you. Do you have a question? Does anyone have a question? Oh, manager, wondering when the move would happen because it's getting delayed. I mean, I do think it's sooner rather than later still. I think we're counting it in months, not years. I'm going to say probably done by August, September, maybe. All right. My friends, it is last call. I appreciate all of you so much. What do you need to know? All right. I have some openings for readings today and this week. There is a link in the description to book. That was the word I was looking for, to book your session with me. Let me go back 1 second. We have a follow-up from Marjorie, and Joy Levy is here. Nice. Okay, Marjorie. Following up, I think you always worry that you will not be successful, Marjorie. But I think that's primarily in your mind. I think you have absolutely the ability to be successful. You need to see it for yourself. Okay, so we have a couple over on Facebook. Let's do it. Joy Levy would love a card. So for today, Joy Levy, what you need to know is it is important to recognize past trauma. And it's also important to recognize the things in the past that supported you and made you who you are. Look to the past to be in the present and plan for the future. Riddhi Bindra, good to see you. A few cards for your family, looking for good news. So I think the thing is, there could be a lot of changes, and I think there's been maybe some bad news, actually. I feel like everyone is going to have to sort of pull together to make some improvement, but there will be improvement. All right. My friends. All right, book your session with me. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for your 3-card weekly reading. On Wednesday, we have a tarot class in honor of Valentine's Day. I hope you join us then. The big news, of course, StaarCon tickets available now. Now, that's for in-person StaarCon. The virtual tickets for StaarCon will be available soon. Right now, though, you got to get those hotel rooms. We've got a great price for the hotel block, but we only have a few. So Get your hotel room. If you're coming in person, get your hotel room, get your ticket. All of that is on the StaarCon website. There is a link in the description. And if you'd like to be a vendor in our marketplace that is open to the public, there is an application to do so right on the StaarCon website. So do all of those things. If you're going to be watching the game today, I hope you have a great time and I hope your team wins. And obviously, I can only please half the people in the world, but there that is. Thank you so much for being here. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Take really good care.